A very wonderful action today. There's lots of teachers, doctors, children, grandparents, all sorts of people here, and I think because we can't any longer rely on governments to do this, so we have to make it clear that there is no more time.
Yeah.
I mean, this is the most important issue of our time. We've been swamped by Brexit for 3 years. Nobody's been thinking about much else, especially politicians. But I mean, this is the main issue at the moment, really.
Yeah, they do.
Well, I think governments have to listen to what people are saying. I mean, 100 years ago, women were doing this for the vote. I wouldn't be able to vote in a general election or a local election if 100 years ago women had not been doing exactly what we're doing today. So there's a long tradition, I think, of in this country of people saying governments are not acting. We have to make them realise how urgent this is. And I think most people are pretty fed up with politicians focusing on matters that really are about their self-interest or their vested interests. And as we know, Brexit has swamped everything else. But this is an issue that's, a global issue. And we don't feel it so much here in England, but all over the world, millions and millions of people are having their livelihoods wrecked, crops failing, forced into migration because it's already hitting them. And we know all this. We've known all this for years. So it's a question of whether we go on denying it and sleepwalking, or whether we act now and do everything that we can to be carbon neutral by 2025. I'm optimistic about the energy there is amongst people to act, but I'm not hugely optimistic yet about governments stepping up to the plate. I mean, they're talking about 2050, but scientists have said we have 12 years before we're in a place where the climate is irreversibly damaging our planet, and we won't be able to repair or fix it. 12 years is a long way short of 2050, so the science is here, and governments are acting here.
Yeah.
In the gap is where we need to make them realise that time is not on our side at the moment.